Okay, I believe we are live on YouTube and we're live on Zoom and we could just be live everywhere we are. And so this is Cleta Colson-Eyre, and I am a future executive senior sales director coming to you live actually from Jacksonville, Florida today. And this is our Boss Babe call. I'm excited to have a beautiful guest speaker tonight. So before she starts, just a couple of little announcements. The biggest focus you guys need to have is on Tuesday, and that is the last day of the STAR quarter. Okay, it's the last day of the STAR quarter. So if you're anywhere close to being a STAR consultant, honestly, this is the time to do it, especially with the 60%. And, I don't know everything, but I just have this gut feeling that tells me, and I hope I'm wrong, but that after everybody finishes their STAR tomorrow, we could possibly have, the 60% is while supplies last. And just like the exfoliating powder, it did not last till the end of the month. So just don't count on ladies being able to, on the 30th, get that 60% off. I mean, I hope that we can, but I just don't want you to be just disappointed. So you may want to go ahead and get a little bit of it now if you can, or as much as you can. Okay. So that's the big focus this week, is finishing your STAR up and take advantage of the 60% on the repair sets, the miracle sets, the ultimate of both, and the botanical. All right. So a few weeks ago, this beautiful lady, Jeannie Enloe, asked me to be a speaker on one of her calls. And I said, I sure will. And will you be one of mine? And so that's how the Mary Kay Sisterhood works. And so I met her actually in Alaska on a top director trip. And that's where I got to know her. And she is just a doll. And she's so accomplished in Mary Kay. And so I want to read you a little bit of her accolades so you can just kind of give her that respect. And be sure to chat in the chat, because when we get done, she is more than welcome to answer questions. So as she talks, if you have questions, just put it in the chat and we'll go back and we'll do a little Q&A with her as well. So Jeannie started her Mary Kay business in 1999. She's married to an amazing man named Sean. She has 3 beautiful children, Tanner, Connor, and Kendall. Her favorite thing about this business is the positivity my children are around. Amen to that. She's earned 11 cars with Mary Kay. Six of them, the beautiful 2000, that is the top director, $500,000 and above, which you get the big fat diamond ring. Been in the court of sharing 14 times. That means 14 years she has recruited at least 24 people, probably more. She's been in the court of sales 4 times. She's been the rookie of the year, a triple star achiever 4 times. Her highest commission check with just commissions was $10,567.50. With sales, it was over 13,500 with including the sales. And you guys, we need to include the sales because that is our income. So she was the company Miss Go Give January 2011. She was the queen of recruiting in her national area 10 times. She has gold medal. That means she's gotten 5 recruits in 1 month, 20 times. Yeah, you can just go ahead and add that up in your mind. Okay, that's 100 team members. She's silver medaled 17 times. She's been a star consultant 80 quarters, and she was Miss Go Give in her national area in 2013 and 2015. Her national area, she also had the national area Arbogast Award 2 times and McGinn Awards 1 time. And so what I know about her is she is just, she's a beautiful director. She is very, very go-give, and she's so much of a people person. She does calls, she shares them with others. And, I just love her to death, and I don't even know her that well, but it's like, how you have people that you hear them speak and you're like, I want to get to know her better. So anyway, it's my honor and privilege to introduce you all our guest speaker tonight, Miss Jeannie Enloe. So give her a big hand, Jeannie, and I'm going to spotlight you and
sorry if you see the red
jump out.
Well, thank you.
Do what?
I love Cleta, and I'm sorry. This is June office. That's all I can say. I literally may have broke the speed limit a little bit to get back home from a party that I was doing today, and got a new team member, and so it was kind of perfect because of what I'm training on tonight. Cleta, let me share a little bit about my story, and I'm gonna cover a lot of things because when people ask me to share, sometimes people want the fundamentals, sometimes they're like, what are you doing? But I think that there's so much to sharing this business opportunity that it kind of goes full circle in itself that I'm gonna so I want you making notes like, oh, I need you to tell me more about that, or I have a question on that. Because I'm gonna try to hit everything and kind of go back. So I've been doing Mary Kay now for 22 years. I'm originally from a small town in Kansas. Like you blink, you miss it. There's not even a stoplight, my friends. So true country bumpkin. I now live in Colorado Springs. I'm married to my wonderful husband, Sean. But back in the day, I have a 23-year-old and now 21-year-old. I had two boys back in Kansas. And how I started Mary Kay was, oh, yay. See, Kansas folk, I love it. I was working as an interior designer. Do not look at this back office. I probably need a filter, but I was. And then had a very scary child care situation when my son was about 10 months old. And so I quit my corporate paying job and came home. And, we were newlyweds, right? We had a house, vehicles, living, I don't know, high on the hog. We were doing all the things. And then I quit a corporate paying job because I realized very quickly that mama bear syndrome was a real thing and that orange is not my color. And so if anybody was ever to hurt my baby again, that was not going to be good for them or me. So I quit my job and came home and I used to fume. I won't even lie to you girls. I went to things a lot of times. I told them no, 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 a million times. I'm like -20 on interest level. Like, don't even talk to me about that. I'm not your hostess with the mostest. I'm just what you see is what you get. And so I kept going, but I'm a good friend and I kept going and supporting my girlfriend. So I was layered a lot. We did a thing in our national area. There were fashion shows. Back in the day, that's what everybody did. That's how I got here. But if I wasn't eating it, I wasn't buying it. And so I know this time of season in the world, there's a lot of people like that. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. I quit my job. Some people lost their jobs. And I was home and my girlfriend said, hey, I just used a handful of Mary Kay items. Girls, I couldn't afford it. I was young. And so, and I don't know, I just thought it was like, I don't know, for old people. I didn't think it was a legit income. That's legit how I felt. It was my own ignorance because no one shared the opportunity. They just said, you want to do Mary Kay? I'm like, no, because I didn't really know what this company really was, right? And so my girlfriend said, hey, I'm going to put an order in. Do you want your stuff? And I said, girl, if I'm not eating it, I'm not buying it right now. And she said, well, why don't you come Saturday to the fashion show? And I know you said at some point you'll help me. Why don't you just sign up and you get it half off? Literally all it took. No one told me that before. No one told me I got tax perks. No one told me I got half off. And I'm like, I kind of view that like Costco or Sam's. That's why we get the membership and spend that because you want to save money. Now, no idea would turn into, and no one knows that, right? When we build a team, we don't know if they're the next Mary Kay Ash or if they're just going to order once a year, twice a year. They might say, I'm going to win a car and then only order once a year. They may say, I'm going to order once a year and go on Target for car, right? We don't really know what's going to happen. So I went and she wanted to win the silly necklace. And I said, fine, stop bothering me. I'll sign up. So I literally signed up to help my girlfriend because she wouldn't shut up about this necklace. I look back and it would have been cheaper for me just to buy her the necklace. But I signed up and here I am. And so I did it low key. It was before we had In Touch. It was before social media. And I literally, girls, it's so simple to move this product. And that's why I love sharing the company because people do not realize how easy it is. I literally only told my convenient people in my weekly life, like mom, sister, and not having social media. It's back when you actually picked up the phone and called people. Okay. And I was making a couple $100 extra a month. And I was like, I told him, I will not drive your stupid pink car. I will not go to your dumb meetings. Do not call me. Do not bother me. Email me. Send me important information because I am in the know, but I don't do any of that other stuff. And they said, well, will you come to the meeting? Because Jen moved up and then because my recruiter's Jen too. And then I said, sure, I'll do that. I showed up. So even with I don't want to be harassed, I still showed up. So look at what people do, not what they say. Okay. Because I'm a very strong personality that I will just tell you. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Okay. So I'm sure I look back, I'm like, good God, I was the worst person ever. But I went to weekly meetings. It was fun. It was clean, honest, fun. We went to the meeting, we had dinner, we would celebrate. I thought, these women are hysterical to me. And I loved it. And girls, I'm going to tell you that. I don't care if it's virtual or in person, bring people in tow. Mary Kay taught us that. I'm here today because she drugged me every time, and I'm a supportive friend. She's like, girl, I don't care what you need. I need someone with skin and a pulse. Get in the car. I will give you dessert. That was it. That's how we were taught. And so bring them. There's so much that happens in a meeting. It's the best interview of your life. You don't have to say nothing. Okay? They see it. They feel it. They feel the connection. What does our world need right now? Connection. They're missing that. Girls, I know everybody feels different about the whole COVID thing. And if you're in person, no mask, whatever it is, okay? People are out. I did 2 parties. I made $400 profit in an hour and a half because women want to get together. It went from 2 people celebrating their birthday to 10 showed up. So I'm telling you, people want that if you're including them, okay? Make it inclusive, not exclusive. Okay, so I joined Mary Kay. Long story short, got a little bit of the Mary Kay bug, just started piddling around with it. It took me almost 2 years before I felt like I did it like a business. Like that's when I won my card. That's when I became a director. I am one of the ones who unfortunately never got to meet Mary Kay. We were there to meet her and it just didn't work out with her health. And then she passed away. So there's a lot of us, but I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter because there's some legends in this company that is our job to share this company. Mary Kay asked us to do something, pass it on. Because sometimes people, like, how many times, I was asked multiple times, you want to do Mary Kay? Nope. It's like if someone asked me if I want to eat shark, I don't know what it tastes like. I'm going to tell you no. I don't, there's no data, no information. So I'm going to tell you no. So layer people is the biggest thing. So I started doing Mary Kay and I got the privilege to be at the Feed Arena Tarbet. My nationals Carrie Buskirk, but we got to do some things with her. Legend. And I loved her because she was a no BS kind of gal, man. She just told you how it was and did not, I don't know, straight shooter. So it was a little, I don't know. Carrie sugarcoats everything. Rena did not. And believe it or not, I was the worst at sharing the opportunity. Like I would watch when, even when I became a director, I had people layer deep because I was not a strong recruiter. I could get everyone else because I'm the party. Everyone wants to be, I collect people. I want them to be around me, but I was not strong in sharing. And so I went and fixed that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go learn from the best. And then I'm going to fix that because that's the thing I'm missing in my business, right? We go to school, we get training for whatever we're lacking. From that point on, I didn't even try to share. I didn't even do a share appointment tonight and got a team member. It wasn't my purpose. I'm just loving what I do. So if you're not in love with this company, you have not read the book, the more shares you do, the more you fall in love. You re-recruit yourself. Have you thought about that? So if you can listen to like a marketing share, who cares if you don't want to build your team? Someone say, I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but someone like, I don't want to build my team. I want responsibility. Blah. Who cares? Fall in love with the company over and over. The more I did, the better I got. Now, when I was with Rena, she said, why don't you share? And this was before I became a director. And I was like, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing, I feel like. So I don't feel like I can, teach them. If you tell me to do something, you can count on me. I mean, it is death if I was going to be here tonight, hell or high water, no matter what was happening, because I told Cleta I would be here unless I was dying. Like, I don't care if I was in a hospital bed. We would go Zoom from there. I mean, that's just, so if I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it. So that's just a personality trait for me. But I felt a responsibility, probably more than I needed to. I don't know if any of you ever feel like that. It was ridiculous. They would get the same director I have in the same national. They didn't even need me. So I don't know why I felt like that. But Rena said, the most selfish thing you can do in your life is not share this company. Girls, I will never, ever. She goes, you're so fun. I never would have thought of you to be selfish. And I was like, oh. I was like, I'm not selfish. At least I don't think I am. And she said, so you love Mary Kay. It's great for all the people in here. It's great for you to win a cattle. It's great for you to make money. It's great for you to win prizes. It's great for your confidence. It's great for your friendships. But Susie Q sitting across the room, you've made an executive decision on her life that you are not qualified to make. I will never forget that. I tell everyone, stop believing the lies you're telling yourself because you don't know anything. She could have $1 million home and need Mary Kay. She might not need the money. She may need the friendships, okay? You are not qualified to make an executive decision for anybody else's life. Our only job is to give them choices in better product and choices in paying full price, or they can join my team. I'm about choices. Life is all about them. Okay. At that moment when I sat there, I was like, oh, and I wasn't, what do we all tell ourselves? I just don't want to be pushy. I just wasn't doing it because I didn't want to be pushy. Cut the crap. Okay. That's just a lie you're telling yourself because you have a fear, you have a concern, you're scared to ask. You don't want to hear no or what. So he said, I don't want to be pushy. No one thinks you're pushy until someone says, girlfriend, stop talking to me. My girlfriend asked me a million times. I never thought one time did I think my really good friend was being pushy. I even told her one time, oh my God, I will go if you don't ask me to, Mary Kay. All right, fine. She didn't ask me that day. I still wanted to be around it. Do you see? So when you say that is not a true thing, I don't even believe it. I also don't believe there's any recruiting issue on the planet. I know I hear some of that, and a lot of people don't feel the same way I feel. I don't believe in that. If we did our job, if Cleta met one of my customers and she decided to do Mary Kay with Cleta, then what did I not do? My job. My job is full circle. I'm going to book her. I'm going to let her try some better product. I'm going to give her the option to buy. I'm going to rebook her. I'm going to give her the option to share with friends. I'm going to give her the option to pay full price or half price. If I did not do that, then if she chose to go with somebody else, that's on me. That's not on the other recruit. It's not on the customer. I'm going to tell you, every customer in my customer list has heard the information multiple times. There's different ways that you need to layer people. Okay. There's a personality thing. If you don't know the DISC, I'll touch a little bit about that, but that's huge. But again, the more you practice, the more perfection you get with it, and the more you learn the personalities. So I can share the business opportunity, give the same information 10 different ways because there's different personalities. So if you would have sat and talked to me about taxes for an hour, no, wouldn't have had any part of it. I could have cared less about it. I wanted tax perks, but I don't want to hear the details of it. That bores me to death. I don't want to know anything about that. I'm going to have someone do that for me, right? I am a high D with a high I. So I need to hear I'm the boss. I get to tell everybody what I want to do because I'm not going to fire myself, right? I'm in control what I want to do. But I also need to know about the fun. I want to be I'm not the hostess with the mostest, but I want to be the party. Like I want to be in it. I have extreme FOMO. I don't want to miss anything. Okay. So like tonight, there's a whole crew of people. I walked in, my house is full of people. They're all making dinner, doing all kinds. I'm like, what's happening? And Sean's like, my husband's like, get in there and do your comment. But I don't, because I have FOMO. I don't want to miss anything. I mean, well, hold tight till I get done and then I can join the fun. Okay. So you have to learn the personalities. But I knew every time I shared, I fell in love with the company. Watch the videos, listen to Mary Kay Ash in her library, hear her words. So you have everything you need. So stop telling yourself, unless they tell you, no, don't have to talk to me about that again. But here's what I say. I even tell them, I know it's probably nothing you'll ever want to do in a million years. What does that do? They're like, okay, great. She knows I don't want to do it. Their ears are open. They will listen to you now and just say, girl, I'm in a challenge to share with 10 people. I know it's nothing you'd ever do in a million years. You're one of my best friends. I feel comfortable with you. Can I borrow you? And they'll say, sure, I'm just practicing. Oh, and you go on a drawing for whatever you guys do. I mean, if you have a contest or drawing, whatever you do, we do a thing with purses and money. So when I ask them that, girls, I've done it for 22 years. I don't need to practice on anything. Okay. But I still say that because school's never out for the pros. And it makes me feel comfortable and it makes them feel comfortable. At the end, I say, if anything ever changes, do I have your permission? If something changes in the company or if something I feel changes with you, do you mind if I revisit? Because you're quality, girl. And if it's not for you, who do you know? Birds of a feather flock together. If I love her, I probably love her people. So a lot of my team members come from people I shared with, but it was not for them. Girls, the worst thing's going to happen when you share this business opportunity a million times. Every flippin' face that you wash, you share with, okay? Everybody, you share. It's a layering tactic, okay? You're going to invite them to meetings. I invite my favorite hostesses, the gal from day. I say, hop on tomorrow. You're my hostess of the week. Give them a gift. Coo about them. Highlight them on your meeting. It's amazing. It's layering. The worst thing that happens when you share, you get a better loyal customer. She understands what you're doing. So when you say, I'm 50 faces away or I'm $200 away from selling, she understands what you're doing. One, she knows you're serious. She takes you serious, right? Oh, she's really doing it. Especially if you do it, if you need help and you're learning and you're new, you might do it with your director, your recruiter. They're like, oh, because we're going to talk great about you, right? Brag about you and what you're trying to do, where you probably won't do that because you're humble and you don't want to, sometimes we just don't do that for ourselves. Somebody else can. When I do it for my girls, I tell them how amazing. They're like, oh, she's about to be number one. I'm like, oh, they all jump on board. They're sending referrals. They're buying product. They're booking parties. They're doing facials every day, or they're joining the company. And how I got the team member now, it's because I love this company. Every time I share anything, it just comes out. I love it. Someone's like, how do you do it? I'm like, I don't know. I just tell them all. I don't know about you, but I don't want you to ever miss out on any of the fun I have. So I kind of collect people. I know it's kind of creepy, but I do. So if you want more time with me, sign up. Half the time, that's what I say. Girls say, sign up. Because guess what girls want? Well, one, they want to save. But two, they need... How many people love their JOB and think, man, all these people at work are so positive. They're amazing. Nobody ever says that. You might have one really good friend at work, but that's not the average or common census of JOBs, right? What is in our world? I mean, I remember when I went to my first Mary Kay meeting, I thought they were all on drugs. I said, because we sold vitamins back then. I said, my vitamins do not do this. I didn't understand because, corporate's dog eat dog. I did not understand why we were excited. She was getting a car. I'm like, because I assumed if she got it, we all wouldn't, right? Because that's how everything else works in the world. So I didn't understand. But so an outsider coming in, like, I just didn't think it was real. But by the end, those women were genuine. It was the real deal. Why I kept going back was legit women of excellence. It was powerful. Okay. So one thing I would highly recommend is get systems. So I'm sure Cleta sent these out. And if not, she's probably going to hate me for this. But listen to me. I love you all, but we're all busy people, right? So it's your responsibility as a consultant. When Cleta says, oh, here's some videos of all the different stories about Mary Kay, save them in your God blessing it phone. Okay. I don't care if you save it on a computer, save it on your phone. I have an email. It's literally the video of Mary Kay. It's my, if I hand someone we haven't been doing that, but now we can, hey, I want more, I listed opportunity. I want more information. It's called my share notebook, right? So if I handed them one, I also have it in my email. And all I have is you go to Mary Kay In Touch, you can put a video on there of the one woman can, and I put that in my information. So I can email them. I have every time someone sends, hey, this is, I don't know, Vicky Pecorelli's share. I save all those things, right? So depending on their personality, if I just share and they say I need more information, I forward those videos. I can email them. I have all the graphics in my album. It just says share in my phone. I have an iPhone, so I just create an album. So anytime I see a flyer of 30, 130, whatever, right? Or, hey, this is why people want to do Mary Kay, or this is summer pilot program. I save the images. I'm very organized, okay? So if I share with you or you share with me, and I told you, my lady day said, I need more information, sitting there, I said, well, here, girl, I'll give it to you right now. I sent her videos. I sent her the email. I sent her all the graphics. I said, you look through it tonight. She goes, well, I'm going to look through it right now while you close out these other people. I said, great. But it didn't take me, I need to get back to you today. Guess what? She's recruiting with me down the road when you do that. When women are ready, girls, you got to be on it. If I walked in your house right now, could you, and I said, I want to do Mary Kay, show me. Could you hand me something? Could you show me something? Do you know how to get online and do an agreement? Do you know how to email one? Could you do those things? Because I'm telling you, women are hungry. They're leaving corporate America. They want this business. If you aren't ready to give it to them right then, they're going to go look up a Mary Kay consultant right down the road and they're going to go there. Sometimes you're the missing link, my friend. You might be the only Mary Kay person they've ever met. You might be the only connection. You might meet this girl, but she has a friend that this would be great for. But if you never share with her, she can't tell her friend about it. Her friend's never going to meet a Mary Kay lady, right? So now that's the connection. Have you ever thought of that? Okay, let me tell you something. When you facial someone, 20 lives change that day. Did you know that? When you wash a face, she's going to walk different. She's going to feel different. The cashier at the gas station, the grocery store lady, the friend that she waved at, to the husband, the kids at home, the neighbors, everybody feels better, right? So their lives are changed. So I want to back up. My girl who recruited me only wanted that silly necklace. Girl, she's not even in Mary Kay. I think it's the most dumbest thing on the planet. She made so much money off me. I don't even know why she didn't even just order for herself. I don't know. She's not in. I don't know. She missed the boat, I guess. But I was the only person she recruited. Had she selfishly kept it to herself, I recruited, joined. We are building our national area. So think of how many faces I've seen, how many times I've shared, how many lives have been touched because Jen unselfishly gave me an option. She didn't make a choice for me. So you don't know what they're going to do. I told them I'm never going to do anything. I told them I would drive the car. I'd drive that car happily. I love my pink car, right? But I told them I wasn't. So don't always listen to what they say. Listen to what they need. And now I'm not into getting kidnappers. Don't get me wrong on that. I don't just go give a bunch of kids away. I was never someone that did the core of everyone just, you buy the $100 kit or buy $100 skincare. That's not what I do. I intentionally tell them, yes, that's an option. If they looked at it, they can order once a year, but I tell them, I only want you in if you're going to service these people at this party or you're going to do a business. I don't care if it's for yourself and just a handful of friends. Because I was back then considered personal use, to be honest. And honestly, that's what people say hobby time now. I think it's ridiculous. I don't know how people, I could order over 3 months just off what I use. So if you're not, what I'm going to tell you is you better go reevaluate that. Okay. But I don't want you to just I want people who love, and they need to fall in love with the company, right? I fell in love with it as I learned more, but honest women of integrity, I want solid women. I don't care what they do with it. I'm going to give them everything. I'm going to give them the tools. They get to make the choice. Okay. Because you have to love people where they are. And some of your people need to hear it 10 times like I did before finally I'm just like, oh, for the love of God, I'll do it. Practice, practice, practice. So one thing I did is I took a piece of paper like this. I know it's going to seem silly to you. It just has boxes on it. Okay. Here's why, because I'm getting old. All right. So when I share, I put someone's name in there. I say everything about them in this box. My goal is to then all month long so every appointment, right? I have 3 other women I want to share with from the party I just left. One's signed up. She came and she said, yeah, I'm just going to do this. And I'm like, do you know Mary Kay? She said, no, my mom did Jafra, which I know a little bit, but not a lot. But she said they're not around anymore, but she always loved Mary Kay skincare. And I've been looking for something. I did a little Mary Kay research. I don't have a consultant. But then Gina invited me over here last minute. And I just think it was a sign from God. My mom said this is what I should be doing. I'm like, isn't that crazy? But anyway, my goal with this 12 boxes is to layer them. Can I invite them to a meeting? Can I send them a video? Girls, I did a video for our national area. I literally did a share video. It was me sharing the opportunity. And she sent me the recording. I asked people just to critique it. Make your own recording. Girl, if I know it's not for you, but will you watch it and critique it? Do you have people I've signed up, ask them to critique my video? I just need to know, did I share the right information? If you wanted to do Mary Kay, do you feel like you got everything you needed? You can get creative for whatever your comfort level or security level is. But bottom line is, your customers, if you have a solid customer that's buying product and you've never shared with her because you think she has a perfect life, she doesn't need it. And Susie Q over here just signed up and she thinks she's going to go on Target for car. And she knows a friend of a friend, and that your customer goes. Guess what she's going to do? She's going to be like, oh, she took my money all these years and never even told me I could have gotten it cheaper. Have you thought about that? Would they be offended by that? And some wouldn't. And some would be like, why didn't she tell me? My customers know it's an option. I say, girl, I'll take your money and shop happily. But I want you to make that choice, not me. Give them options. People I interviewed years ago are coming in now. Their life has changed. I did national quarter recruiting. It was done in February. It was not from all the shares from this year. Some of them were years ago. I layered them. I always included them. I loved on them. They came to meetings. They got exposed. But if your customer, this is what when you think about all your customer profiles, this was a lesson. Whew. So my national took, we had boxes back then, right? And had all our profiles in it. She said, Jeannie, have you shared with everyone in your customer base? I said, oh, I have. I mean, no one wants to do Mary Kay. It's just how it is, you know. She said, great. She pulled a name out, profile card. She said, let's call her. I said, well, she's not going to answer. She did. She answered. And Carrie Buskert's just like Mary Kay herself. She talked to her. She wanted to do Mary Kay. And we got done. She said, so is she my team member or yours? Lesson number 2. That's what I went and learned and got some training and learned how to figure. I will never, if she's right? Because if you say, I'm just kind of playing around. Okay, first off, no one's playing around with Mary Kay. You tell people, I do Mary Kay. Just like you say, I'm an accountant or I'm a teacher. You are a Mary Kay consultant. As serious as you take yourself and your business is how serious they're going to take you. So if 2 girls signed up at the same time, was like, I'm going to win my car. I'm going to do all these things. She's like, I'm just getting my feet wet to see what's happening. And one lady was at both parties and she said, I think I might want to do it. Guess who she's going to help? The one that says she's doing big things, not the one just playing around with it. She's going to say, oh, she doesn't care. Let me help her. Ask yourself, if your customers met the excited girl is going to win everything and growing and creating a legacy and carrying on Mary Kay's dream and her dynasty, is she going to go with you or her? Because did you not tell her she could get money? And did you not tell her it is the best paying career out there, even if you're not choosing to take advantage of that? My recruiter was not making 6 digits with Mary Kay. She was not making a career, but she didn't say I couldn't, right? I can take it and go do that. So it's not about, and what we do is we work through our comments. So, well, we're only doing this, so I can prove you can do this, but I don't know about, what if she takes this company by storm? What if she's the next Kathy Halou? And she set your customer base forever because you just thought, well, she doesn't need it. Or you made judgments about her. Everyone hears it. Everyone hears it. It doesn't matter who they are. I just tell them, I don't care if you ever do it or not, but I don't want to make a decision for you. Women respect that. So at least they know. Sometimes they come in and they see it. Sometimes they just see our fun, right? So is there anybody here that does not understand how the commit? So some of you are like, great, whatever, what's in it for me? Listen, there's nothing wrong with that personality, but some of you are there like, whatever. Yes, I love all the fluffy stuff, but Jenny, what would be the benefit of me building my team? Okay. Sometimes we just need to hear the brass tacks of it. Is there anyone that doesn't because they don't understand that? Okay. Girls, Mary Kay gave us, I used to have to become a director to get paid the way you girls get paid right now. They gave you all Salesforce people, not us direct, they gave it to you, a huge raise. I can't wrap my head around it why people aren't taking advantage of this. Now I'm a high D&I, but I love me some money. Okay. And I'm not really detailed, but I know the money penny by penny. I can tell you what my commission check is right now. And they even have that thing on there now. And I don't even look at it. I know money. Okay. So when you build your team, you get commission. You can earn bonuses. Is there anyone that says, I'm not going to recruit because I don't know what to do with her? Like, honestly, like how I felt. I don't know what to give her. You know what I mean? I just don't want to lead her wrong. I only want to do this, so I don't want to mess up for her. Listen to me. You have the best and the best as your leader and your mentor. No one's doing better than Cleta. Okay? She knows what she's doing. Did you all not get her and feel like, she taught me, I'm good? Okay. It's just kind of like being a mom. And all of a sudden there's like 12 kids hanging out at your house. You just kind of take them in. I mean, you know what you're doing. You've already done it before. Okay. Don't worry about what you don't know. Mary Kay has it down. They have you. They have the company. They have a director. Some have a national, but there's always other mentors. Do you feel alone in Mary Kay? Or do you feel like you have this whole posse no matter what? I mean, my husband jokes all the time. He goes, I don't even know where we'll have your funeral someday. Like legit. I don't even know where we'll do that. Like that's big enough. And I said, I kind of like that idea. I mean, I know it sounds morbid, but I'm like, because I've always said, I just want to know that when I was in your life, you were better because of it. I want to know when I leave, I don't take the money, take the diamonds, take the cars, takes everything. Leave me the people. I just want to know I made a difference for you. So Cleta knows what to do. Don't worry about what you don't know what to do. Guess how you're going to learn? You're going to invite your girlfriend. You're going to do it together. You're going to learn together. If she wants to do more than you, great. She's going to teach you a whole lot, right? But do not hold yourself back because you don't know what to do with her. The systems are done. You don't have to think about it. Even if Cleta didn't do anything, and even if you didn't do anything, guess what? The company does. They send them everything. You could be in a deserted island. They send you the welcome. You could become a director on a deserted island just off what Mary Kay sends you. Never been a party, never done anything. It's that dummified. I mean, it's good. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. So stop being in your own way because your customers, if you have customers at 50, there's probably 5 in there, someone like me or Cleta or a Carrie Buskirk or a Mary Kay Ash. Ask yourself, if Mary Kay met my customer, would she want to do Mary Kay or just stay a customer? I don't believe in recruiting everybody. Don't get me wrong. But ask yourself that. Would she still be only wanting to be a customer? Or would she be like, I don't know, I never even asked her. Okay, we better ask her because she's going to go around. She's going to find somebody else or go to someone else's party or another company. Oh my God, my worst fear is any of my customers ever go to another company because they have no idea. We have the best one. My fear would be them going down that rabbit hole. So I at least let them know there's an option, okay? So ask yourself that. Okay. Now, with that all being said, how have I done court so many times? Girls, I share with everybody. All I did today was my eye story. And throughout my whole party, I said, girl, that's why I started Mary Kay, because I didn't want to pay full price for that thing. I just dropped little things through my whole appointment. It's just fun. And I won't ever say the same thing twice. Everyone says, repeat that. I can't even repeat it right after itself because I won't remember what I just said. I just say it again. Same concept, just a different way. I want you to share because that's planting a seed, right? She heard me do little things. She watched me just sell all that. I sold almost $1,000 to all those people at that table that had no money and was never going to buy. That's what Jeannie said. I said, I don't care if we're celebrating your birthday, girl. I've been doing these birthday bashes. Side note, totally amazing. So she had her bow, she had her hat. It was amazing. And so they're all like, I want this, I want that, I want this. And I'm just being their friend. I'm there with them, just being their friend. She watched it. There's always going to be somebody that's watching that. And she said her first question was, how much is it? She used the last word. She says, how much has everybody bought so far? I said, that was my first clue. I'm going to share with her. She wants to, yep, ta-da. People are dropping hints. You're not catching on to them. So listen to your people. Do you know if hubby got laid off and their job's not reopening? Do you know if she's miserable at work? Some people hate, do you know if people, it's so sad. I can't imagine living like that. They get up every morning, they hate to go to work. They just hate it. They don't even want to do it. I think, God, I don't want to, I love my life. I don't need a vacation from it. Do your friends need a vacation from their life? Is that what you hear from them all the time? They need Mary Kay. And if they don't, they probably know somebody who does. And now they're going to be a better customer. Now they're going to give me referrals. Now they're going to buy product. They love me. They respect me. And when I say something crazy, like I'm trying to do 300 faces, like, oh, for God's sakes, borrow my face. Like they get it, right? So if you're not in sales and building, it's because you're not sharing. Does that make sense? Sharing is sharing everything. Okay. So I want you to ask yourself, if Jeannie and Enloe take your top 5 customers tonight, write them down on a piece of paper. If they met Jeannie and Enloe, would they change their mind and want to do Mary Kay? Because I might meet them on virtual. You never know. I mean, we're all over the place nowadays. I mean, I did a virtual yesterday. I had 7 states on there. If they met me, would they want to do Mary Kay? Would they even, maybe I want more information. They might not, but would they be curious? Share with her. Say, Cleta, we got to set this up. I guarantee you she has all the systems set up. You just haven't looked into it yet. Okay. I share with 15 to 20 people easily a month. Now, I don't count all the people like I did the table kind of share, I don't count that. I mean, the one tonight, obviously, we sat down and talked about, she signed up. I still have 3 from there that we're going to talk to still. So like that was a layering tool. 2 are coming tomorrow night to my meeting. I don't wait, girls. Get on it. Stop. Technology, everything's so easy now. You don't have to do half the stuff we used to have to do. But if you're not good at booking, go figure it out. Go learn from the pro. If you're not good in sales, talk to a queen of sales. I sat down with our queen of sharing in our national area that won it 6 years in a row. And I said, help me. That's all I said. She spent 2 hours with me. We did role play with each other. So we literally did it over and over. She's like, don't say that. Nix that. There's so many things that you can learn from. I mean, pamphlets and things like it'll say, if they say this, you say this. Don't read off stuff. That's, I don't know, like Cheers, that Lilith off Cheers, like monotoned. I mean, that's boring. You don't want to do that. But do role play with your family, whoever, so you know quickly. Everyone says, well, how do you know? You just come up with it. Because I've done it a million times. She says, gosh, Jen, I have no time. Oh my God, I love it. Because you guess what? People are busiest. They make easy money. Why? Well, because you're around all the people that are busy like you. They need product. They don't have time to go to the store and research it. You're right there. So go to work. Give them some stuff. Sell them some lipstick in the bathroom. It's easy. So you have to learn those things, okay? But I promise you, you're all sitting on a brand new red jacket. Guess what me and my sister girlfriend are doing July 1st? We're taking off all our diamonds, all our bar pins, everything we earned, and we're going to show our unit how we can become a trip director in 1 year with Mary Kay, starting from like we just signed our agreement July 1. The year I did trip, don't ask me why I haven't done it again. I don't know. Now I'm going to. But that February I said, there's a bunch of us meeting, and I came to the meeting, nothing, white shirt, black skirt. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm a new consultant. They watched me from February to June 30th. My personal team did Cadillac production. We finished trip. So if you're not happy where you are, take everything off, pretend you just signed your agreement, and go again. Well, one, it goes faster because you learned some things already. So I said, we're going to do it again. Everybody, we're going to start like we're brand new consultants. Let's go. I'm going to do it. I'm going to hear everything. I'm in the field. So we're all going to do it together. So guess what? Everyone's going to hear the opportunity again. Because I got to build in my red jacket. I got to become a senior consultant. Got to build in my red. Got to be a team leader. Got to be an elite. I got to do it fast. Because I want them to see it's really not as hard as you're making. You're making it a bigger deal than it is. I promise you. Okay, that's what I got. Then you guys can ask me any questions that you want.
Girl, I love it so much. I love it so much. I'm going to join you on the screen for a second. Here we go. Awesome. I'm fired up. Are you guys fired up? I mean, I'd sign up on Jeannie's team. I would be like, yeah, whatever you're doing, I want to do. But you know what? There's a couple of really, really good points in there. And I really like the one that you said. Well, first of all, that sharing changes lives, not just whether she signs up or not. She'll make a better customer. You know, I think that's really good right there. But also if she does sign up and sell, you know, who are you to make that decision for her? And the other thing is like someone else along the way that she meets, her cousin, I won't say her cousin, but some girl from wherever that she calls her, maybe she went to college with her and says, hey, I'm fixing to win a car. Can you sign up on my team? And then you've known her all your Mary Kay life. And she goes, well, yeah, because my girls, she really don't sign people. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was a good, and that's on you. Just like Jeannie said, that's on you. That's not on her, because if you have never asked her, if you've never offered the opportunity, that's on you. So I love that. I love everything you said. So I do have a question, and then we're going to take some comments. You guys type some questions in the chat. One of the questions was from one of our YouTube girls, and she said, this is Cheryl Fields. She said, how do you break the barrier of a dominant person to allow them to experience the products? So someone that keeps saying no, they won't try the products.
They won't try it. Well, I find out what product they use and what they love, because they're probably loyal to something. Like there's something they absolutely love. Right. I'll say, girl, I'm going to send you home. Girls, I've given them a full skincare set before just to take home. I'm going to get it back. I trust her enough to get it back. And I'll say, I trust you, and I only trust you because you're so adamant that you love what you're using. Can you try ours for a week? And then can you honestly tell me what you would fix, what we can improve on? I want your honest feedback. You want to know why? Because they're probably a dominant personality if they're like that too. And they don't want to be told anything. Mm-hmm. They want to buy. They don't want to be told anything. Okay. Mm-hmm. But it needs to be there to just say, I trust you and I value you. So tell me what's wrong with it. Mm-hmm. Ask them, tell me what's wrong. People want to hear themselves talk all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what it's funny about that is I know I was playing golf with some girls, and I thought I'm going to bring out packets for every single one of these. We have a ladies clinic. And so this one gal took it, and later I found out she's a Rodan and Fields consultant, but she still wanted a packet because you know what? We have things they don't have, and you never know, right? And she still promotes me more than she promotes herself to the other women. It's really interesting, you guys. So let's take some other questions. I tell you what, if y'all want to, consultant or director, just unmute yourself, and I'm going to turn the spotlights off, and then that way whoever's talking can pop up there real quick. And so just unmute yourself and jump on here if you have a question or an affirmation for Jeannie. She did such a great job. Couldn't you just listen to her like all night? Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was just exactly what we all needed to hear.
Well, our company needs us right now, girls. They need us. We do not have enough consultants. And if I love you, but you're not enough for everybody in every little town, in every little state. So we need more of us, and we need her dream to continue on.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Jeannie, this is Kayla, love. I'm one of Cleveland's offspring, and I just want to tell you thank you for all your words of wisdom, and I love the part that you said that we are not qualified to make an executive decision for someone else. That is powerful.
Hey, Kayla.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like, I don't know, women have, I don't know. I don't feel like anyone should make a decision for me. I want the options. And if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. But I want someone to decide that for me. And honestly, when you're not sharing with your customer, that's what you're doing. I know it's kind of hard to swallow, but for whatever reason, you think they have the perfect life or they have a great job, you've made a decision that you don't know. Sometimes they don't tell you how miserable they are in different aspects of their life. You don't know. So just give them a choice.
Thank you, Sayla.
Hey, I'm Lorene. I'm another one of Cleta's offspring. But like Sayla said, I love that phrase about I can't make a decision for somebody else. And that's definitely something that resonates with me because, like you said, people, they don't want to be sold, but we love to buy. And so whether it's the product or the opportunity. And so I am going to take your challenge too and put on my black skirt again and my white shirt and start over. And I've been looking forward to tonight and the training. And so you certainly delivered. And so thank you so much for sharing your heart with us and just your excitement and your enthusiasm for it, because it is definitely contagious. And that's what women need. And that's what we need to bring to them. So thank you.
Thank you for your kind words. I tell one, you will fall in love again. Sometimes you need a new set of eyes. And when I did that, it literally, like I did it physically. I was like, oh, because you kind of get proud of wearing some of your things, right? You're like, oh, I love all these diamonds. And I took it off, and that was a little humbling too. I was like, I have to go earn it all again. But I did, but it was I saw people differently again. Like, because even no matter how good you are, girls, we all kind of judge a little bit, right? I'm like, oh, I've already, she's a great customer. What we make decisions, we don't realize we're doing it, even when you don't mean to. And when I put that on, it was a new set of eyes. I mean, it was fair game all over again.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Okay, who else?
Hi, Jen.
Go ahead.
I'm Latrice.
Hi.
I'm not her offspring, but I'm like her best friend forever. So anyway, what I love is people will take you as serious as you take yourself. And I know that for a fact. I mean, literally, back in the day, I've been in a long time too, 29 years. And I wore dresses and hose and heels to ball practices, and people actually made fun of me. But you know what? I was serious. And now they're like, wow, you did what Mary Kay asked you to do. Of course, we're more casual now and more comfortable, so to speak, but you can still look great and take yourself serious, and then other people will too. So thank you for pointing that back out, especially after a year of being at home.
Well, and people, I just tell when you're speaking those words out loud, you hear them yourself and you start to believe them. Every one of you could be the next Gloria, the next Kathy. It's just, here's the thing. We've all just heard more no's. If you just signed your agreement and you want to be the next Cleta, just go hear some more no's, my friend. That's all it takes. You're going to get the yeses with the no's. It's part of it. Bill Cantrell told us every no that we hear, it's a $20 bill. I don't care if I get no's. I'm just saying $20 all day long. I don't even care.
I love that. Okay, who else has something they'd like to share? Rosemary, go ahead.
Hi, I'm fellow Kansan here. Where did you say you were from, or did I miss that?
It's Leon, Kansas.
Leon, like what part of Kansas is that?
Southeast a little bit. It's kind of like, I don't know, like 30, 40 minutes from Wichita.
Okay, all right, because I'm in Junction City, so I'm about an hour west of Topeka, if that makes sense. So, okay.
I know exactly where it is.
Yeah, so I really, really enjoyed your talk tonight, and there were so many great things you said, but honestly, my favorite thing you said was, if you think you're being pushy, cut the crap. I love that. And I love that because it's so true. I hear that over and over, and I felt that way too. I mean, I did. Because I think depending on your personality, you kind of been told or kind of feel like you shouldn't overstep your boundary or be too pushy. But it's so true. And when you put it in the form of don't be selfish, pass this on, because we don't know. Janet is my recruiter. She's on here, but I don't think she's live on here. She asked me at least 4 times before I joined, and I started just for the discount. So, and now I'm a director. So, you never know. But I really enjoyed everything, and it really pumped me up, got me really thinking about some things. So thank you.
Thanks. And the reason I say that is if you think you're pushy, you're not going to be pushy. Like if that's a concern, it's not going to happen. If you have that caring personality, like, I just don't want to be too pushy. You're not going to be nothing you ever say in the world. You could rob a bank and they're never even going to think you're really robbing them because that's your personality trait, right? And there are going to be people who are going to call you the crazy Mary Kay lady. Who cares? They at least know you're the Mary Kay lady, right? I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Who cares? I don't need to be. If we were all the same, somebody would be unnecessary. But if it gets somebody else, if I'm not for them and it at least gets them interested in Mary Kay and they do it with somebody else, I don't care they're on Mary Kay, right? I don't care whose group they're in. As long as they're part of this amazing company, I don't care if they're buying product or in it. Just be part of it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And congratulations, Rosie. She picked up her Equinox this last weekend, I believe. I think I saw some pictures. Or a couple of days ago. So congratulations for that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. Does anybody else have a comment or a question before we wrap it up?
If
it's okay, I would love to say something.
Okay. All right. Jana, and then whoever said that.
That was Connie.
All right. Jana, then Connie.
All right. That sounds great. Jenny, thank you so much for everything that you shared tonight. You've been fabulous. And one of the things that I loved in particular is how you talked about how we talk to D personalities, because sometimes we have people that are, I'm personally a D, and that we have people that are like scared to pull the trigger. They're scared to say anything, but also that D personality really wants to run the show and they want it to be their decision. And so I love how you said, you know what, this is probably the last thing that you'd want to do. And that's what I train my people to say. I love that, love that, love that. And by the way, your national sales director was the first person to ask me to be a guest speaker at and it was Carrie invited me down to Wichita because I live in the Manhattan area.
Yeah.
And so she invited me to a fashion show to be a guest speaker. And so that changed a lot of things for me in my own mind and in my own heart. And so she's always been a blessing to me. So anyway, thank you so much for sharing so much tonight. You've just done a fabulous job.
Oh, thank you, Jana. I see your necklace on your picture. Guess what? I just finished up another year triple court.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm only 6 qualified and 3,000 retail away from finishing triple star again. And that is, I can't put it down. I'm working on it.
Do it, girl. Plenty of time.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jana. Okay, Connie.
Well, Jennifer, I want to just say thank you so much. Gosh, when you first started talking, I thought you were talking about me because I said no. And then when somebody said discount, I'm like, I'm all about a good deal. So thank you for that. But Rosie, to back up on what Rosie said about, being pushy, that was exactly what stuck with me. I was like, quit lying. I love that line, because I've had a lot of girls say, oh, I'm not going to ask anybody because it'll come across as pushy. So I think I'm going to start saying to them, quit lying to yourself. I love that line because I think that's true. I think it's you are lying to yourself if you're not offering them this opportunity. So thank you for everything you said. It all resonated. You did a great job, and we're just very thankful for your time tonight.
Thank you. Well, and you make them a liar, right? Because they didn't tell you that. I'm like, when you're telling yourself that, you just made that person a liar, and she never even said it. So
Right.
About that too, yes, you made a decision for her, but she didn't say anything.
Exactly.
So true. It's so true. And we all just need to remember this. And one of the things that I think that one of the key things that Jeannie said tonight is every single person you facial, every single one, don't get in such a hurry that you don't share a little bit about the Mary Kay opportunity through your iStory like she did, because there are people there that you would never think that she would do it. And then that'll be the one that afterwards says, how much you sell, everybody, just like she said. And there you're like, you're going to be on my team. Just sit over there a minute. So I think that's a really good tip, for the rest of this month and for all of the next seminar year and the rest of your Mary Kay business. Try that and think, and you might just have to say it then, say, you know what? I need about 5 more minutes because I forgot to share with you something that this could be an option for you. And then if they don't and they want to buy from you still, that's okay. Just like she said, they'll end up being a better customer because they'll respect your business more. So Jeannie, everything you said was perfect. And I just thank you so much. Really and truly, your enthusiasm is what sells people, and you've got it. You've got enthusiasm off the chain, and you could probably sell, ice to an Eskimo and recruit them to make an igloo with you too. So I just thank you so much for your time tonight. And thank you for agreeing. I mean, it is June, and I realize your time is valuable, and you got a party in there. So we're not going to keep you any longer, but I just thank you so much. Ladies, we can all just give a little, hands for Jeannie tonight. And Jeannie, we hope to see you again. And hey, wrap up a great year, and let's go on that top director trip next year together. What do you say?
My friend, we're doing it. Yeah. Big. I got to see more of you girls. Thank you. And I hope I knew it was a lot I was sharing, but I just wanted
perfect.
I just wanted to help in any way. So
it was basic. I mean, it was exactly what we need to hear. It's not complicated. So thank you just for reminding us of some really important things. And, we needed a team building training right now, especially the end of the seminar year. So thanks for your time. We love you. You guys, we'll see y'all next Sunday. And y'all have a great, fantastic week. Finish your star. Love you guys.